Hey guys, it's Tamara Bennett, and I'm live with one of our Painters Clubhouse sisters, Miss Nancy Beeson. Hello, Nancy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm great. She was just talking to me before we went live about her cute little craft room. Oh, and I saw the workshop blank hanging up behind you. Give us a little sneak peek of that. Oh, it turned out wonderful. Did you enjoy the workshop?
I had a blast, and of
Turkey.
course,
Did you do an extra one? I see a white one hanging next to that too. Oh,
I
that
did.
one's got a football.
Yes, and then I also did a flower that I put on my classroom door where I took the turkey and turned it into a flower.
I saw that.
Yeah,
You said
so
your classroom. So are you a teacher?
I am a teacher. I have been teaching. This is my 29th year. And I work in a little town outside of Waco, Texas.
Oh, I've been to Waco. I went to down there to Magnolia a couple years ago. It's a cool town.
Yes, it has a lot of things to watch out for.
Yep. I find it so interesting that so many of us painters started out or still are teachers or working in a school system. I interviewed Nicole Hillis before you earlier today, and she said she was like an early education, like develop teacher or whatever for, I guess, preschool age. And I have a degree in teaching elementary education, and I know so many of my followers are teachers or work in a school as an aide.
Yeah, I noticed that too as I'm getting to know people or watch their comments. I see that. And so sometimes I'll respond with, I understand your dilemma.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something like in our DNA that just makes us want to create and be creative. It comes out in our teaching and it comes out in our art.
Well, and it's definitely a great way to get that stress out at the end of the day or on the weekend so that you're not worrying about everything that you can't control.
Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been painting?
Well, that's a good question. I've actually been painting a really long time. Uh, I had a craft business
Hmm.
when my oldest was a baby, and I put stuff in little craft malls in our area, and then those craft malls in bigger malls closed, and so
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'll just stop. And so we stopped doing anything, and I've just done stuff for family. But last year, during the pandemic, we moved to this new location that we're at, and I decided that I was going to make myself a classroom sign because I don't know if you could tell, but my name is Beeson. And so I kind of decided to go with the bee theme. And so I
Makes
made
sense.
bee. And so I found the door hanger tips uh, site on Facebook, and I was like, oh, look, this is so cool. And I watched some other people putting stuff up there. So I put my classroom, and got some comments back and forth. And I was like, oh, cool. So that sort of started, and I really watched that one. And, you get suggestions for other things to follow. So I kind of watched some of those. But I think your letter challenge was it March that we did that?
Yeah, I
And
think it was like in March.
I was like, oh wait, $10. I can do this. I can so do this. So I was like, okay. And I just took a chance and I signed up for it. And then I'm trying to remember, I didn't really go get letters, but I got some of those inexpensive rounds off of Amazon.
Hmm.
And I think I had one letter that I decided to paint on, but I thought, if it's a small surface and I can sort of do what you're doing only on this, because you also told us, you can do it on anything. They're
Uh-huh.
just techniques. And
Yeah.
so I did, and I was hooked. So I joined before the end of the time, and I have been ingesting and just binge watching everything. And there's just so much in there that sometimes I'm on overload.
Yeah.
I print things out like I'm going to do it, and then I'll draw it out on something, and then I get oh no, wait, I need to do that one first. And so, yeah, I've got a stack of papers, that I need to get figured out what I'm going to do next.
Because every time you get close to painting one, you see another one you want to do more. And so like those just keep like taking the place of the one at the top.
Yeah, most definitely. And we also, when we moved here, we decided not to go with the cable route. And so I have a Roku. And so I will pull you up on YouTube on my TV in the living room, and I'll watch an older one that was out to the public. So it's like I'm really just watching all the time. My husband's like, "Ben."
He's probably sick of hearing my voice.
Well, it's pretty funny whenever I'm actually online and it's on the TV, and I will answer, and you'll call my name and you'll say, "Yes, Nancy," or something, and he'll go,
Look, she actually is talking to you? What? Jamie's in the comments. She said, Nancy was great to talk to last week during the Zoom party. She loved getting to know you.
That's cool.
What is your business name, Nancy? I'm going to type it in the comments for everybody.
It's Bees in Bloom, and it actually is like Bees in Bloom Boutique. But whenever I put it in on the TikTok, it just comes up as Bees in Bloom. Okay. I don't have much going yet, but I'm getting my toes stuck in the water. Just
well, if y'all want to go check out her stuff, go follow her on Bees in Bloom. I did see your TikTok video. It was good. You did a good job.
I just took what do you call it? Tips from the other people that have tried, and I can't paint fast enough to actually do that. I told my son I want to do that. It's so cool, especially like Maria will paint one, and hers just comes together so quickly. And
I think though she's using the time lapse feature on her iPhone, and so it's speeding all that up. And you really don't have to be fast at painting for it to speed that up. Like I can take an hour, or 2 hours to paint something, and it will condense it down to like 30 seconds or 60 seconds. It's crazy how fast
That's pretty cool. I get started, and then I get I don't know, not disinterested, but I get kind of like, oh wait, I think I'm on the wrong track, and I'll stop and I'll walk away for quite a while, and then I come back, and then it's just like ding, wow, and then I can finish it. But a lot of times it does that. The little sign that has my name on it, actually sat on my kitchen table for 3 days. And it was
so maybe instead of doing a time lapse, you need to like set up a camera that like overlooks your workspace and just record like little 10 or 15-second clips of you just doing little pieces of it. And then you can put all those in there together in the right order, and it'll be like fast little like sneak peeks, and then you'll show the whole thing.
That might be what I need to do. I've just been doing still shots. It's like I get up and I take a picture, and I get up and I take a picture, and when I got the table set up, I set up my iPad so that it would take them, and I would actually get myself in a few of the shots.
Oh, smart.
I was just I was posing.
Yeah. That's smart though. That's definitely a great way to get started. You could definitely play around with it too and add a little video if you wanted to. It's one of those things that like you learn, the more you do it, the more you play with it, the more you'll learn, and eventually you'll, it'll be easier. So
well, and I just wish I'd have found this, last year whenever we went on shutdown in March of last year. And as a teacher, I had like 3-5 kids that actually showed up at 1 15-minute piece of time, and the rest of the time it was my family. There were like 5 to 7 of us in the house, and we're all in separate rooms doing our own thing. So it was kind of isolating.
So why do you enjoy painting door hangers as opposed to maybe a different kind of craft? Like what is special for you about doing this?
Well, I think it's something that it it's easily changeable. You can trade them out. You can do different times of the year. Maybe it's that classroom teacher thing coming out where you like to decorate for different things.
Yep.
But I have a door hanger on my door, but it's not one I did. It's one of my friends did, and I just love that it's a small area and I can actually see it be completed within a small amount of time.
Yeah, that's a good point. So do you, so have you kind of like, you're starting to revamp your business that you said you kind of closed a while back when craft stores kind of went out and all that, but you feel like this is something you're reviving now?
I am definitely sticking my toe in that water. I set myself a goal to do at least one little show this fall, and I think if things work out, I might actually do two. And there is a local little craft mall that has stuff, and it's not too crazy. That I could actually put something in there that, when people need a gift, it's not super easy accessible, but it does get some traffic.
Yeah.
And then there's also one in San Antonio, and I love to go to San Antonio. So any excuse that would get me down there, I don't know. I'm still debating on those.
I've never been to San Antonio. I wondered if it was a good place to visit.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Well, I'll have to try that out sometime. So, if there's anybody watching who maybe can't decide about Painters Clubhouse or they're not sure, are there any like words of wisdom you can give them, or like maybe you want to tell them what you love about it?
Well, definitely, there is so much available, and you can pick and choose. You don't have to do everything, and you don't have to do a lot. You can do just a little, or you can do a lot. You provide a checklist of suggestions, but you don't have to necessarily follow it if you don't want to. And it's the community, I think, is the biggest thing. Is all of the people that are in will comment, and it's just like you're talking back and forth to your friends on Facebook or on text. And so we support each other, and that community over competition is so wonderful.
I definitely feel like the community is like, I do, I'm very proud of like the library and all the tutorials in there, but I feel like the community is what makes it extra special. Marina commented yesterday when I interviewed her that she said, it's just a soft place to land. She said, if you need some place to come for advice or tips, she said, you're not like nervous or scared to post in there because you know that you're just going to be greeted with nothing but kindness.
Yes, and the ideas that everyone has, you see their stuff and you're like, oh wow, I never thought of doing it that way. And while you may not necessarily copy exactly, it still gives you ideas on how to translate it to your own.
Exactly. Yeah. So what goals do you have for the next year? Is there any like painting technique you're excited to try or learn, or is there a business goal you have in mind that you want to give a shot?
Well, obviously, I am just thinking about making an online presence, and I really want to think about doing some paint parties in the fall. I don't know if I mean, when you work with kids all day, it's not like you want to work with kids, but
I know exactly what you're saying because I never did kids' paint parties for that reason.
I do like the idea of that, though, a birthday party for someone or someone's bridal shower or something that's more small and intimate.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure how to get my my voice out
with
there.
it.
Yeah, with the area. I mean, we're new to here, and I know the people that I worked with all of last year. So I have a year of working with those people. And then I still know some people from, my husband works in a different district. And so I know some people there, but it's like, they probably don't necessarily want to use me, but maybe their friends would.
So have any of the teachers said anything about your cute door hanger on your door that you've made for yourself?
Yes. They've all been positive about it. And
so I would say the next time somebody says something about it, you don't have to put it out there and be like, hey, we're doing this on Saturday. You can say, I'm thinking about, because that's like zero commitment, right? I'm thinking about putting together a little paint party with some of the teachers in the school. Is that something you'd be interested in? And if they say yes, and you get like, 8 of those people who say yes, then you got enough for a party. And you might could do it like, in the cafeteria or the teacher's lounge at the school after hours, and that might be a good way for you to even make more friends within your school.
That's definitely a thought.
Well, if you need any support with that, the Painters Clubhouse is there for you. I think we even have a video or two in the Painters Clubhouse about paint parties. So, there's common questions that are answered in those videos. You can go back and watch and get some support.
I think that's definitely going to be on my list.
Well, good. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Charlene thinks it's a great idea too. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up, but thank you so much, Nancy, for being brave enough to come on Facebook Live with me and chat with everybody. It's been a pleasure getting to know you a little bit.
Same here. And it was great to see your face.
Oh, thank you. And guys, if you're interested in Painters Clubhouse, just click the link on the video description. You can go and read more about it there. Deadline is tomorrow to sign up. And then tonight at 7 p.m., we're going to be painting another one of these little pumpkins in the basket. Last night we painted it fairly simple, but tonight we're going to be adding some leopard print and polka dots because I love me some leopard print. So y'all come back and join me at 7 p.m. Central. And if you want to be notified when I go live, all you got to do is text this number. All right. Thank you. Bye, Nancy.
Bye. Thanks.